Okay, so we're going to be taking a look at another one of the posts on the Korean Mabinogi Eternity project site. So I would like to talk about texture production during the process of remodeling Turconail, where Militians will live. If you change the engine to Unreal, the background graphics will have to get better. Wouldn't it be possible to make it respond to real-time light by adding normal, roughness, and specular so that the characteristics of each material stand out? I'll make all the backgrounds you've wanted to make for a while. The will to create a truly fantastic background was sparked. However, our Mabinogi isn't like this. I worked too hard on sculpting using graphics tools, but it didn't have the hardwood feel that Mabi has. When I strengthened the normal, realizing low polygons with the three-dimensional effect of high polygons, the clear feeling typical of Mabi did not appear. However, I gathered my courage and went back to the beginning and thought about what elements determine the characteristics of Mabinogi's background. Mabinogi is a cartoon graphic. The flat feel of the environment setting creates a unique 2D feel, and the diffuse texture has strong contrast to bring out the sense of mass. The sense of shape and proportion of the background had a simpler and more casual feel than the realistic proportions. On the other hand, the texture was closer to real life than expected. In these cases, Mabinogi's background identity was being added. So here's a good example of like the wooden textures being showed well. And then Avalon clearly shows like stone texture. This was it. More than anything, I realized that texture plays a big role. The unique, clean, and organized feeling comes from the texture. So, I tried creating the texture right away. First, create a shape. To what extent should sculpting using graphics tools be done? In sculpting shaping using graphic tools, I decided to neatly process large chunks and edges and only add large cracks to the wood texture. Work efficiency is also important, so the wood grain feel was created using alpha in the tool. So here you can see, like, this is the door to Duncan's house, and this is like the window. We've all seen the preview of his house in Unreal Engine. Second, create a diffuse base color of the object texture. In the past, texture creation was created by combining photo textures with Photoshop or drawing them directly. Nowadays, several tools such as ZBrush and Substance are used. Looking at the Mabinogi texture, we could see that it was close to real life and had a high density. It has a semi-realistic feel that has been processed through photo texture synthesis or stylized texture with high detail. Since it was produced 20 years ago, it had a strong feel of a photo composite hand mat. To reflect these aspects, using the production tool, we used the wood grain texture as a base and built it up one by one. Use the sharpen filter sharpening effect to express highlights and depicted parts more clearly. In particular, care must be taken when creating high polygons to clearly express highlights and shading at the edges. And this looks pretty cool. You can like see how in this picture like the wood is like changing. That looks really cool. And here you can see the front of Duncan's house again. This was it. Although the road was difficult, I was very proud that I had laid the foundation for transferring Mabinogi's style to the new engine. Yeah, it's very important Mabinogi has the same style, and this guy did really good work on this. Like, this isn't easy to do. So on the left we have existing resources, so the resources from Pleon Engine, and on the right we have the Unreal Engine resources. So this is the church in Pleon Engine and the bank in Pleon Engine, and this is the church in Unreal Engine and the bank in Unreal Engine. Making the tiles was also difficult. The tiles also used a texture that was close to real life and had a high density. Think of it as a semi-realistic texture with a processed feel through compositing from a photo texture or a stylized texture with high detail. I tested it out in two ways. Processed through Substance Designer texture creation tool for soil and grass, you can see it here, and photo plus PRB, so physically based rendering, resource synthesis for the soil and grass, so you can see like the two differences between these pictures. How to create a Substance Designer from a stylized feel to a more realistic depiction. Advantage: as work resources accumulate, you can quickly work with tiles with a different feel by reorganizing and recycling nodes. Disadvantage: it takes time to express photo-like details. And photo texture and PRB resource plus Substance Designer and Sampler equals composite. The work speed is fast. Disadvantages is it requires reliance on photo resources, so expressions are limited. So here's another cool picture of Turconail Town Square. This is kind of cool because now we have a closer look at the actual town square area that a lot of us have spent a lot of time being AFK in. So I like the wood that they decided to add here. That wasn't here before. It used to just be all stone. It looks like they added like wood right here and like the four corners. I think that's to make it feel a little bit more like a bench. And you can also see like the brick right there. That looks cool. And you can see some brick over there too. Overall, I think they did a really good job with this. This looks like Town Square. It feels good. We can see everything appearing. We can see all the trees appearing, all the buildings and fences, the water, the dock for fishing. Let's go right to here. This is our first real look at like Turconail as a whole. The only thing we really can't see is Fergus's shop. So there's the healer's house way over there. That's going to be the graveyard. I would love to see some close-ups of what the graveyard is going to look like. Looking back, a lot of things happened. There's still a lot to do, but the style has been established. This is how the background graphics of Mabinogi Eternity are being produced. So this was an interesting post to read. I'm definitely glad that they're interested in capturing Mabinogi's style and making it feel like the same game. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at the Mabinogi Eternity section on the Korean website. And today we're going to be looking at For Silky Militian Hair. So, hello, this is Developer K. I would like to talk about the process of applying physics-based animation to bring life to the hair of Militians. In the beginning, there was a skeleton, so this is a skeleton of a Militian. The screenshot above is of the skeleton omitted for illustration purposes. In the actual game, more skeletons are used for various movements. Traditional animation techniques for creating character movement include: there's a basic skeleton for the character, and the key animation which moves the skeleton in XYZ direction and adds a key to each frame is common. For example, let's consider the motion called walking. Since the legs must move back and forth, the thigh, calf, foot, and toe bones must be moved each frame to set the height, left foot, right foot, respectively. Of course, let's move the arms naturally too. Let's set the height by moving the upper arm, forearm, and hand skeletons each frame. For natural movement, the body also needs to be in rhythm. So pelvis, spine, neck, etc. Walking was used as an example, but in Mabinogi, all character movements are performed in the same manner as above. It is a key animation method that holds the key by moving the position of the skeleton for each frame. The motions of various skills, the motions of actions, etc., all movements. When the above skeleton moves, the attached modeling should also move along with it, right? The work done to achieve this is called rigging and skinning. Connect each vortex of modeling to the skeleton rigging and set the skeleton by giving weights that will be affected by its movement skinning. This allows the attached modeling skin to stretch or shrink when the skeleton moves. Since the basic skeleton of the character is shared, even if the modeling is changed, if the skinning is done properly, the animation operates normally. So hair animation, let's take an example of a ponytail. It is said that animation must be added to the ponytail hair with all key animation data created based on the basic skeleton described above. First, we need to add a skeleton for the ponytail for movement to the basic skeleton. So here you can see the picture for an example. Now all you have to do is add a key for the movement of the additional skeleton for the ponytail to the animations you previously created for character movement. In all character animations, 13,586, the key of the skeleton added for the ponytail must be adjusted step by step. So here's all the steps. As the hair bones continue to be added to the base bone, rigging and skinning problems also arise. So separation of the hair skeleton. Before something like the above becomes difficult just by imagining it, let's separate the hair skeleton from the basic skeleton. Leave the existing basic skeleton and animation data as is and create a separate skeleton for the hair. Let's use the ponytail as an example again. Let's create a separate hair skeleton like this and create a separate animation for the ponytail that will run simultaneously with the existing animation. At this time, when the walking animation of the basic skeleton is executed, the walking animation of the ponytail skeleton is also executed at the same time. The animation operates separately on the two skeletons, but the result looks like one movement. Of course, for this it is necessary to adjust the frame length of both animations and keep adjusting them based on the basic skeleton animation so that the hair does not stick out too much. Separating the skeleton only solves problems in the rigging and skinning process compared to adding a hair skeleton to the basic skeleton. The process for creating a key animation corresponding to all existing animations is the same. Currently, in the case of moving wigs and hair Mabinogi, the skeleton is separated for each hair mesh and a key animation is created and applied in response to the motion applied to the existing basic skeleton. Physics-based animation. What is physics animation? It has physical properties such as mass, inertia, damping, and elasticity. This refers to animation that is simulated to produce results similar to everyday physical phenomena. In short, if you set various conditions, movement is automatically created according to the physical phenomena. If you just listen to the exclamation, there is no need to specify the position for the skeleton for each frame like in the existing key animation. It sounds like a technology that naturally and automatically simulates the position of the skeleton. In reality, there are many things to consider in order to express natural movement. Let's use the ponytail as an example again. Even in motion, in place, in motion that moves and runs, or in motion with high acceleration, the simulation should come out not moving as if it's bouncing too much, right? In small movements, there is little response to external factors, so it is difficult to express the ponytail's movements in detail. On the other hand, with large movements, acceleration or collisions can make the simulation unstable, causing the movement to appear inaccurate. To respond to these problems, adjust the parameters of the physics simulation, or adjustments to the magnitude and direction of the motion are required. Nevertheless, there are cases where it is not possible to satisfy both extreme situations of small motion and large motion. Initial physics-based animation test appearance, so that's this here. So 1, no physical animation, and 2, small physical animation movement, and 3, large physical animation movement. So you can see here how the hair isn't moving at all when the character moves, and you can see here how it's moving a little bit when the character moves, and in 3 you can see how the hair is moving a lot when the character moves. For the flowing Malaysian hair, the key animation and physics-based animation introduced above are all research and development processes for the flowing Malaysian hair. In addition, there are various contents such as combination of key animation and physics-based animation, retargeting system, etc. We will cover related content in the next costume animation, the 4-pointed skirt action. Okay, we will cover related content in the next costume animation. The 4-pointed skirt is actually. As the journey of the Mabinogi Eternity project continues, Malaysian's hair will become even more luscious. Okay, so this is good. So they are working on hair movement in this part of the update. Okay, so we'll be looking at another part of the Mabinogi Eternity section on the Korean website. So the 4-point skirt is actually... So we develop with Unreal Engine, so of course the skirt will naturally flow, right? This time we will focus on expressing natural movement in costume animation, especially skirt-shaped costumes. Let me introduce you to the animation-related R&D process. Let's briefly recall the key animation and rigging and skinning introduced in the hair animation section. Key animation holds the key by moving the position of the skeleton for each frame. Rigging and skinning connect each vertex of the modeling to the skeleton rigging and give the skeleton a weight to be affected by its movement, skinning. 4-point skirt, not bulletproof. Taking the popo skirt as an example, the skirt hem of the popo skirt is rigged and skinned to the leg bones. So when the legs move due to the key animation, the attached skirt moves together. So what should I do to make the skirt part of the 4-point skirt move separately? You just need to create an additional skeleton to move the skirt and set a separate key animation. Volitions who have seen the hair animation process will have already noticed, but there is a problem. So they're just saying the same, they're just using the hair example here. If this continues, the skeleton will continue to proliferate as each costume has a different shape. However, this is a problem I have already experienced once with hair animation. Just apply the same solution as hair animation. So, cloth simulation. It is a type of physics-based animation that was previously introduced in hair animation. It refers to a technology that imitates the motion of flexible materials such as clothing or fabric. What makes hair animation different from physically based animation is that cloth simulation movements do not require a skeleton. Of course, since physical calculations are performed at the vertex level instead, it is bound to be heavy in terms of performance. What if we combined Mabinogi with cloth simulation, which is excellent for expressing the smooth movement of fabric? I started applying the cloth simulation by imagining the possum skirt I was wearing swaying in the air every time I walked. The problem is form. A problem occurred during testing with various types of skirts: short skirt, long skirt, wide skirt, narrow skirt. By rigging and skinning, there are no parts that can be stretched beyond the original form of the modeling. As physics calculations were performed at the vertex level, side effects occurred, such as legs going through the skirt or the bottom of the skirt being rolled up. Of course, there is room for improvement by setting additional physical properties and increasing the amount of computation. It was difficult to expect natural movement in long and narrow skirts. If you attach a skeleton as before, rig it, skin it, and then use the key animation to move it, the mesh will stretch beyond its existing shape. The movement of the flowing skirt that was initially thought is moving further away. Physics simulation again. As applied in previous hair, a separate skeleton for the skirt was created, separated from the basic skeleton, and attached to the skeleton for the skirt. A method of applying physics simulation was introduced. The basic skeleton of the character is used to control the character's movement. This skeleton determines the overall movement of the character and handles the basic animations such as walking, running, jumping, etc. The skeleton for the skirt is responsible for simulating the physics of the skirt parts, used to represent the movement of the skirt more realistically. Physics-based animation calculates the movement of the skirt by considering physical factors such as gravity, air resistance, and external interference. For example, when a character moves quickly, the effect of a skirt blowing in the wind is physically simulated. The physical effects make the game character's motion feel more lifelike and realistic. By combining these two separate skeletal systems, the overall movement of the character utilizes traditional animation techniques, while the movement of one particular part, the skirt, is expressed more naturally through physics-based form. However, there were problems with applying physics-based animation. In small movements, there is less response to external factors. The movement of the skirt is difficult to express in detail. On the other hand, with large movements, acceleration or collisions make the simulation unstable, causing the movement to appear inaccurate. To respond to these problems, it is necessary to adjust the parameters of the physics simulation or adjust the size and direction of motion. There were limits to the physical simulation results appearing natural in all movements. Combination of key animation and physics simulation. To solve the problem, key animation was applied to the skeleton at the beginning of the chain in the chain-shaped skirt skeleton. This ensures that movement at the top of the skirt is reliably controlled by key animation. We apply physics-based animation to the remaining bones of the skirt, propagating physical movement based on the key animation movement of the top bone. Through this, it has become a form that can satisfy both stability in large motions and movement in small motions. The problem is that you need to separate the skeletons for all skirt-shaped meshes and set key animations for each skeleton for each mesh. To solve this, we used Unreal's retargeting function. Utilize retargeting system. To increase efficiency, add a skirt bone to the basic torso skeleton. Using this, we used Unreal's retargeting system in the process of applying key animation to the top bone of the skirt. Add the skirt's armature to the main torso armature. This integrates the skirt and bodice bones into one frame. Apply key animation to the skirt bone added to the basic torso bone. The animation will control the movement of the top part of the skirt. Using Unreal's retargeting system, skirts of various shapes, long skirts, short skirts, skirts with one side long, skirts with different waistlines, starting points, allows you to correspond to the movements of the basic torso skeleton. Through this, the movement of the upper part of the skirt is moved by the key animation of the skirt bone of the basic torso skeleton, and the remaining parts are moved by the animation key of the skirt bone of the basic body skeleton. Each skirt is moved by a physics simulation of the skeleton connected to the mesh. Using a retargeting system, we efficiently integrate the structure of the existing torso skeleton and the newly added skirt bone. It was effective in combining animations for various parts by flexibly constructing the character's skeleton. So you can see in this image here, retargeting results. Light blue basic skeleton, blue skirt mesh skeleton. Okay, so yeah, the light blue here is like the basic skeleton, and then the dark blue here, the normal blue, is the skirt mesh skeleton. We may not be satisfied with all forms, but we will find the answer. As always, below is a temporary modeling resource for testing that was used in the early R&D process. Key animation, torso skeleton plus upper skirt skeleton, physical animation, skirt lower skeleton, combination result. So here you can see those images. The 4-point skirt was actually a skirt that moved in the air. All of the content introduced above was a process to express the natural movement of the 4-point skirt. Although cloth animation has not been applied to cloth skirts, research is underway to apply it to cloaks and certain types of mesh. In addition, various research is underway to improve the natural motion of clothing using a new engine. Alright, I am late. Let's get things ready for Mabby. I have my Contraband Police stream stuff still open right now. There we go. That's better. Alright, let's play some Mabby today. So what do I want to do in Mabby today? I don't even know. I don't think I've played since Friday. Okay, let's take a look here. I can probably rebirth, right? Oh, in 42 minutes, so yeah, we can do that today. Around 5. Oh, that's right, I did level up my Stardust, I forgot. I did take that up to the next rank. Cool, so we have 2 more ranks to go for. And we need rank A material now. Okay. Do I really want to work on Stardust? The answer to that is actually always no. I don't really ever want to work on my Stardust. But the real question is more, am I more willing to work on Stardust today than usual? I think that answer might be yes. So I think we'll do a little bit today. Get started on those rank A missions. Is there anything higher than rank A? Like, is there rank S or something? No? Just rank A? Alright. Deliver 7 magic quill pens. I think you can craft those with the, oh, what is it? Glyph writing, that's what, right. Probably craft those with that. Baltane mission. Gatekeepers survive for 5 minutes. That's it. I hate Baltane missions, except for Nowhere to Run, because that one's this mindless zombie fun spamming fireball. But overall, I think Baltane missions are useless. But I'll do this one, I guess, just for the easy Stardust crap. So I still need to make that video on shadow missions, but I've been so busy lately I haven't got around to it. I'm gonna try and have that out in early June, I think, now that I finally have a little bit more free time to take a look at all that. Alright, Gatekeeper. Oh, am I level 60? Oh good, I'm 104. I don't want... If I was under level 60, that'd be a real pain in the butt, because then they wouldn't let me in to the mission. Oh, I don't have a password on Elite. Okay, fine, who cares? Just do it on basic then, I don't give a crap, let's go. What's going on here? Oh, I see. Come on, get that door shut. Okay, this one's kind of lame. Get out of here. Just keep going around in a circle like this. Anyone else have any enemies to worry about? Oh, over there, okay. Where's the pad thing? Okay, we need to go on that one. There's a teleporting pad. Okay, back over here. Might as well pick up that gold at least. Make a small profit off all the scrap. Where are they at? They're at the round table? Hop over there real quick. Thunderblade is the best skill for the lazy player that doesn't want to do much. Okay, where to next? Oh, they're in the center now. Alright. Not dealing with these idiots. Get out. Get out. Get all of them. Why is that one still alive? Get him out of here. Where to? Over there? Oops, wrong skill. Got a little over a minute and a half left. So we're going back over there. Where's Pan at? Pan's supposed to be picking up my gold for me. Oh, there you are. Okay, back over here. Did we get all of them? Yeah. No, not this one. Okay. That one next. That it? Good. Let's get out of here. I'm not staying any longer than I have to. Forget this abandoned crapper. I don't feel like crafting magic quill pins. Give me a new item quest. Deliver a glyph imprint. Done. Well, I have a glyph imprint? Jeez. If I had at least one in this inventory, I probably cleaned them out a while ago. Let's take a look. I really don't want to work on glyph writing crap today, so I'm not going to. We're going to focus on mostly core fragment collection quests right now. I'm too lazy to do glyph writing today. Alright, off to Tilton. Let's see if I can pull any unlimited shadow mission passes. Random items. With 15 boxes, I should be able to pull at least one or two, I imagine. There we go, there's at least one of them. Looks like I only got one unlimited shadow mission pass from all that. Kind of unfortunate, but that's better than nothing. Oh wait, no, we got two. Cool. There's one other one down there. Now the problem is I gotta delete all this trash. Not doing any belting crap. I don't really care about that. We can toss it. What was this cotton candy from the Cookie Island event, I think? That's probably where I had it from. Because there was a daily where you had to turn some of that in. Okay, get rid of all that. I still didn't get everything. Oops. My inventory is such a mess. I don't need those. Those can go. The Doki Doki event is long over. What are these chickens for? I have no idea, so I'm gonna throw them out. No wait, I might need those chews. I think I needed them for like one item quest when I was doing Stardust, so I'll actually save those. Oh, this will be deleted on June 11th, then I'll just save them the trouble and delete it now. Can't be destroyed. I have no interest in temporary buffs from things like that. Was it a totem? Okay, get rid of that. And that too. Which pet has all my ore in it? This one? Yeah. Silver. Mithril. Gold. Is there anything else I can toss in there? Oh, here's another gold one. Homestead item. Oh. Let's put that over here for now. I think that's all the ore-related stuff that we have. Cheap leather straps. I can put that in the Flora Ferry. Cheap, 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 cheap. Here we go. Oh, the Idia Expedition Stardust. I don't even remember what that looks like. But I did want to save it because it looks cool. Just not as cool as the cats. Oh, I know where that could go. This can be stored in pets, right? It doesn't say it can't. Where's that scooter? Here we go, this one. I keep a bunch of those in here. Actually, this one's slightly different, but yeah, we'll put that right in there. I have room for it. I should try and sell those Celtic Traveler's boots. Celtic Travelers. Boots and gloves, right? Yeah. They don't sell for very much, nowhere near as much as the outfits. Maybe I'll just sell them in a personal shop one day later. I think I'll just do that. Way too many appearance scrolls in here. Pop this open. Hey, look at all these appearance scrolls I have. built up in here. This is ridiculous. Oh right, I did buy a lot of those juicy barbecued meat ones because I do like that one. So actually I bought a ton of those. Let's put this one up in here too. Maybe I use those pet whistles. Like, I just need to take an hour to come up with a bunch of weird pet names and decide what I'm sacrificing and what I'm not. I'd probably sacrifice this corgi because I already have, like... Do I already have 2 warrior corgis? I don't even know. I think I might have 2 of those already. I already have 2 whales. I don't know if I really need a 3rd one. The Star Wizard Cat Sid, like, that one actually does look pretty unique, so I already have like 3 or 4 Cat Sid pets, so I'm tempted to sacrifice it, but at the same time, it is kind of a rare skin, so maybe I'll keep it. And I definitely want to keep the Continent of Idia treasure map. That's basically a flying carpet pet, because it just looks really cool. I'll definitely keep that corgi because that's new skin. Yeah, I gotta think about it. What is this? Why do I have a tailoring scroll? No idea. I'm gonna throw that away right now. I probably used it for some dumb Stardust thing. I don't know what I need this for now, the sketch. I was probably doing something in Idia and just left it in there. Oh, that can go. I'm never gonna use that piece of crap. Stack up some of these full recovery potions. Bring this over here so I remember to use that. I'll try and take a look at that later today. Go and toss that, I don't care about that. Oh, I missed these 4 copper ones. Okay, go ahead and delete that crap real quick, and then let's pull out the cat that holds my ore again. My mining stuff. Today's stream is all about inventory cleaning, I guess, because my inventory really needs to be cleaned. Let's try and pull a good MP totem. All 10. This one's not bad with 97, that's the one I had before. The other 5 in there suck though. So yeah, that can go, that's crap. Anything that's below 80 is pretty much just trash. $139. Wow, that is really good, actually. Okay, I'll keep that. I forget how much these totems can give you. I think it's like up to 140. So yeah, that 139 one is actually pretty good. I don't have any other ones, do I? I can't see any. None of them got shoved in here. Let's go and close that for now. Okay, destroy those. Like, how much do I get from this one? Oh, that's actually better than this totem. Wow. I guess we could improve my MP stats. I have no problem with that. Like, I have no real personal attachment to this totem specifically. I do have a real great attachment to these cat totems. I love these. These are amazing. I'm so glad that cat event came back in Korea, because that means it's going to come back over here and I'll have another chance to get these totems again for any future characters and stuff. These are awesome. I got the Soaring Feather movement speed totem for Xanafiedlion because it's kind of like a gold color, which matches like more of his, like it's a gold sandy kind of color, like a lot of his outfit pieces. So it just kind of fits that Egyptian theme for him. Anyway, deactivate this piece of crap. And I could probably sell this for a ton of gold, but I'm gonna use it. Why not? We'll get like 31 more MP than I was when I was using this. It's not much, but it'll do. Man, this song is so awesome. This is from Mabinogi. This is like the Rabby music from Mabinogi is amazing. Can't wait for that game to get a global release. I'm gonna stream the heck out of that too. Alright. So I think that's pretty good. Oh, but then I have all this crap in here. Look at all this stuff. What are these? Additional Grandmaster tickets. I do need to get back on my Grandmaster stuff. Wait, the Flying High Neo bag. Can I put that in my bank? Can I at least do that to get rid of it for now? Cool. I'll keep those because eventually I am going to get back into Grandmaster work. There's all my full recovery potions. I forgot I had a huge stack of them over here. Let's go ahead and sell that. And then this as well. Get some exploration XP. I could just throw them out, but I mean, it's good for leveling that up. I get AP for doing that. Might be worth keeping. Wait, that's actually pretty good. Hang on. Sandglass. Time shift, cooldown, ignore, count, +1. Really? I mean, I don't really need to spam any more meteors than I already can, but still, that's actually pretty cool. And that's for gloves. That's interesting. Is that a prefix or a suffix? Suffix. Okay. What enchant do my combat gloves have on? My dungeon gloves? Critical +8, max damage +6. Max damage would go up by 4 to 8 with this. And I would also get the, that's ancient magic powder, right? That's good. And I'd also get the time shift cooldown. So I'd be giving up the critical, but we'd mostly be keeping the same max damage. Yeah, let's... Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at the prefix. It would replace the suffix, so I'd be giving up critical and attack speed. I don't know, I also like the name of that enchant, Owl. Owls are awesome. I'm not going to use it yet, but I am going to think about it. Because that's actually pretty cool. But I mean, with time shift now, I have 5 resets, so I can use Meteor 6 times in a row now. Do I really need the ability to use Meteor 7 times in a row? I don't really think that I do in most cases. That's a little overkill. That's a little insane to think about. But I am gonna at least put some thought into it. Because that is pretty cool. I wasn't expecting these enchants to be super cool. I was just gonna toss them, but then they actually have useful stuff. I need to toss more stuff. Sketch was Xanafiedlion. Wait a minute, which one is the one that turned out good? That one looks... well, I don't know. How's the other one look? Wait, why can't I see it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Wait, this looks the same as the other one. Can I open both of them at the same time and compare them? Oh, these look exactly the same. How do I have 2 of them? I don't know. I'm gonna throw one of them out. I only need one of them for my personal shop. He looks kind of unhappy in that portrait. It works. Okay, let's throw out more crap. Toss all this stuff. All these useless Finny gems I have. Just gonna delete all those. I don't really need these, get rid of them. Oh wait, no, I want to keep that Sendu. Sometimes I get that for like a Stardust quest. Get rid of that too. What's that book that can go? Okay, let's toss all that. It's all junk. That looks so much better. I mean, it still looks bad, but it does look better. I could give that magic powder to a spirit weapon, actually. Let's do that. Give all those to you. And here, take the powder too. Wait, why is it sold 70? Must have not gone up much at all. You have any spirit gems? Give those to him. Because there's no way I could be at the level cap. That resets on the weekend, and I haven't even played on the weekend, so I know it's not like a XP cap. Okay, good. 87.1. It's fine. No, not in there. How about in here? Let's put those 2 extra MP totems in here for now, I think. Just because I'm not really using them. What's all this crap? Oh, okay, just a bunch of random stuff. Oh, that's where I put the wedding things. I knew I had the wedding props, I just forgot where I put them. Couple of chairs, pixel shield. That's pretty cool. What did I ever do with my pixel sword? I think one of my giants has it. Maybe I should give that to Xanafiedlion, wherever it may be. But yeah, I think I know where my pixel swords are. I sold over 3,000 bullets, so that's good. My dual guns. I missed a speech bubble thing up there. What's this? I don't need that. Where's my music composition even at? I don't even know. Rank 1? Wow, okay. Don't know how it got there because I definitely didn't work on it as far as I know. With all the new tutorial crap, I'm sure there's something that just boosted it to like rank 1. The same goes for the musical knowledge skill. Oh wait, I don't have the musical knowledge skill, do I? Since I stream Mabinogi so much now, it's like I don't really bother working on the music composition skill or the musical knowledge skill, mostly because I can't really do a lot of like freestyle jams and stuff on stream anyway, because, you know, other songs are protected by copyrights and stuff. So it's just less sparting. If I was playing like off stream more, I would do a lot more freestyle jams and actually have interest in leveling that stuff up so I could compose cool music from games and anime and stuff. But I haven't really had time for that kind of stuff lately. Alright, well that's good enough on the inventory cleaning for now. Let's go ahead and do that shadow mission. I forgot which one we were doing because I spent so long cleaning the, cleaning my inventory. Okay, I know which one we're doing. You have to eat like one of these at least. Don't need any more than one. Enemies don't show up until you at least eat one of them, which is kind of weird. Perfectly normal to eat weird fruit that gives you fuzzy vision and makes you hallucinate that there are enemies all around you. Okay, where are they? There should be another group out here. Okay, here's the next one. Are there any groups down here? Oh, we have to go up this way. Go down here. Come on, get the gold. There you go. Alright, where else are they? Any more down here? No? I don't think there are. Go back up. Oh, and boss time already. Pretty easy. Wait a minute. There's the boss. Let's get him. Done. Gems, Spirit Gems, Abyss Coil Pass. Let's go back to Melwin. Okay, let's get a new item quest, see what we have. Because eventually I am going to have to work on those, I'm just being picky about which ones I work on right now. Bone Marine armor, that crap's expensive. Shadow Realm Champion, that's easy. How much does Bone Marine armor cost? I'll buy it if it's a mil or less. Ugh. That is pricey. That's the one it wants, right? It says menswear instead of just having an M. It better actually count. Okay, buy that. Can giants even equip this? Nope. Humans and elves only. As long as it counts, I don't care. Okay, off to Tara. Oh wait, I guess I could get a new item quest while I'm at it. Craft the two-handed sword, I'm not doing that. Anyway, we're gonna do Shadow Realm Champion. So let's get over to Tara. Elite and Shadow Realm Champion. There it is. Let's grab that. And let's actually use the Shadow Crystal, Daily Shadow Crystal for that. Perfect. Okay, here we go. This mission became a lot easier when they made it so most enemies can't knock you down. I'll just let Thunderblight do most of the work. I think I've been hit like one time. Okay, why aren't they dying? Thunderblight should be doing damage to them. Strangely, it wasn't. Just use one of those, it's not a big deal. Okay, get the gold over here too. And over here. Alright, let's go. Back to Melwin. Oh right, and I can get a crystal from here. Let's get one of those. Double the rewards. I think I'll use that when I have an item quest going on though, since I'm doing a little bit less of those currently. Where'd it go? Here it is, put it over here. If I don't use it today, I can use it tomorrow. Nope, I'm not doing the Avalon purification crap. I have never done a purification mission. Well, if I have ever even once, I don't remember because it's been so long. I don't think I've ever done one of those before, and I've never done any of those weird daily orders or weekly orders after Gen 19 or whatever. All that stuff is weird. Never bothered with it. A waste of time. Alright. So I guess while I wait, I should do commerce. We might just do commerce for the rest of the stream. I could call that good on Stardust today, honestly. I'm so unmotivated to do Stardust stuff. I don't know, we made some progress. It's good enough. To make more progress later too. Okay, let's get out this stall bag, so they'll pick up badges and gold. And really quick, I will be right back, and then we'll start a round of commerce. Alright, let's do some commerce. So let's use the alpaca from this post. So this is selling for a lot in Core Village. Let's go there. Do a run all the way to Idia. I'm up for that. Although this might be the only commerce run we do today, because that could take a very long time. Everything's going to depend on how fast we get to Idia. So everything depends on the ship times. Let it be a memory of the last time we have to endure this long ship time crap. Because with the new life update, which is coming out, I think in like late June, mid to late June, with that update, the ship times will change or something. I remember something about that. I don't know how well New Life is going to go over. Like, in South Korea, I heard less complaints about New Life in South Korea than I did about the new Rise update, but overall, players are still pretty unhappy with both those updates. Oh, so this is gonna be one of those long ship rides, okay. See, I really don't know how well New Life is gonna go over in North America. I'm really curious because it kind of got mixed reviews in South Korea, it feels like. I really hope the Fantasy Party has some promising news because I do not like the direction the game is going in at the moment. Like, it's just kind of a letdown lately. And it's all because of Choi Dong-min. It's all his fault. So yeah, overall, I think the game will get better. Mabinogi has been through dark times and had its ups and downs before. We've certainly been in situations that were a lot worse, and, you know, we've come back from it. So, I believe Mabinogi will get better. It's just, it kind of sucks that it's going through another one of its downward spirals right now. That's all. And honestly, until Choi Dong-min is either fired or resigns as the director over in South Korea, I do not think that the game will get better until that happens. I'm kind of hoping Min Kyung-un will step in as the director of Mabinogi again once Eternity is done. Like, he only stepped down as the director of Mabinogi to focus on Eternity more and fully take over that project, so all his focus could be there. I hope he comes back as our director for, like, Mabinogi entirely once Project Eternity is done, because he did a good job. Like, there were a lot of good updates that were released under his watch as director. Choi Dong-min is just a massive failure that should have never been put in charge of anything. 20 more seconds. This is gonna be a long boat ride. Finally. Alright. Let's go ahead and set up right here. And now we wait. It is Tuesday. I guess I could check the Mabinogi official site for new news, so I guess I'll do that. Summer Countdown Attendance Event. We have this going on, so let's take a look at this real quick. What do we get? Some drinks, some food effects. Collectibles. These ones don't provide effects. Wait, so are these like homestead items or are they blunt weapons? Well, I'm going after the Urusan one because Urusan is a cat, sort of. So, yeah, I'm gonna collect that one, obviously. Might save the Lorna and Pan one too. Lorna and Pan are real cute. Good Mabinogi mascots. This is a really cool thing, the smart vending machine. So this is a chair, I'm guessing? It'd be cool to have a homestead version of this too. Character print outfit selection box. Oh, I want the one with the Urusan logo, because Urusan's a cat. Actually, that might be a good outfit to save for the character I create when we move over to Unreal. The male version of this outfit. I might do that. Okay, so yeah, this attendance event looks promising. I like it. You get some Neurite, some Stardust, some EXP fruit at the end, and some pretty cool collectible rewards. Okay, so this was at like 1 hour and like 50 minutes into the stream. I'm gonna try and remember that. I gotta highlight it. I'll turn it into a small YouTube video later on. Okay, I know what all this is. I love the way that Albi Dungeon is coming along over there in Eternity. That looks so awesome. Can't wait to go back there. Like, this looks so cool. And like, Kirnanag in Unreal. The torches are blue and the fires are blue now instead of orange. That's awesome. I like the blue fire effect. It looks really cool. Kind of fits the theme of the area. Alright, really quick, I'll check out the Mabinogi Korean website before I hop back in game and see if they have anything new. Alright, nothing new on the Korean website. Chip's a little messed up because it's mad that I clicked off screen. Something's going on upstairs. See, these ship times are so long. I had time to go over all those Mabby posts and all that crap. And like, we're still not there yet. New Life is hopefully gonna fix that. Like, this is crazy. Everything else about the commerce update was really great though. Two more minutes. Finally made it. So where do we sell these at? Still Core Village. For now. So yeah, we're gonna head to Core. For the time being. Wow, that took a really long time. And also in about 2 hours, I'm probably gonna play some Spiral Knights tonight. I'm gonna play that MMO. So that'll be at like 7:30 my time. I was playing Star Force at that time actually, a while ago. Like I beat the first Star Force game finally, Mega Man Star Force. But honestly, like I just haven't... I will start the second Star Force game eventually, just not yet. I don't know when I want to do that. Like, the mixed feelings I have about the Mega Man Star Force games is that they're actually not that bad. The story is good, the mechanics are pretty good for, like, it has that Battle Network feel in every way except the combat system. The combat system is really the only thing that really just plain sucks. The combat wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be when I played Star Force 1. Because, like, I played it on the DS and remember hating it. Hating, like, the combat in it. And then, like, I played it again on the Legacy Collection, like, just recently. And it wasn't as bad as I remembered. But it still wasn't very good at all. So, like, that's honestly the biggest mood killer for playing Mega Man Star Force for me, is that the combat just plain sucks. It's lame. It isn't good. It's just so boring and dumbed down and simple. I honestly think if they would have released the Star Force games with like an option to play with the Battle Network combat style, it would have been like way more successful. Like there's a reason Battle Network had 6 games and Star Force only had 3. But anyway, I'm getting way off topic, so yeah, Spiral Knights is what I'm going to be playing at 7:30 on weekdays from now on, so I'll be doing that like 3 hours a night. For now. Actually, how's my MMO history even go? I think, like, when I got into MMOs, Mabinogi was one of the first online games that I played. Like, I played a few web browser MMOs, like Shadowtail. I think I tried Adventure Quest. There was one called Tiny or Me and stuff like that. But ultimately, when I could play MMOs, I got into Mabinogi fairly quickly after. Like within a month or two after I had like a gaming PC, or well, not a gaming PC, but PC and internet capable of playing MMOs. So Mabinogi was definitely one of my first. And I played like a lot of the good ones and a lot of the crappy ones, like Luna Online, that Fluff game, whatever. I think I played a game called Rapples, which was supposed to be like a cheaper version of like WoW or something like that. I never got into WoW because I didn't have that much money when I was a kid, and I just couldn't pay like a subscription fee for like an online game like that, so that's why I've never really ever gotten into WoW. So So yeah, I played Mabinogi first, and then I don't know, about 4 or 5 years later, I played Spiral Knights for a bit at the MMO, and then I quit that in 2000. Like, that came out in 2012, and I played it till about 2015, and then I took like a long break from it because the game progress was going nowhere. And then I came back to Mabby, and I played that. Like, I've been playing Mabby like all the time now. And I've recently returned to Spiral Knights because it's actually been getting some pretty good updates recently. So since Mabinogi is kind of going through one of those phases where it's all kind of boring and not as interesting because of the bad updates, it's been fun just going back to Spiral Knights a bit and playing that casually, since it has some new fun stuff since I quit like 11 years ago. So that's what's going on with all that crap. Where the heck are those bridges at? I think they're lower. It's been so long since I've done this, I forgot where the bridges are. Well, it's not where all those fake trees are. All that land over there, though, would be really cool if they could finish out Idia and actually make that area walkable. Okay, yeah, the bridges are over here. I'm just being stupid because I'm sidetracked thinking about other stuff. That's what it is. Are both the bridges out? Usually there's always one up. Nope, both of them are out this time. I'll find them. Use Demigod. That way they'll just get discovered right when I go by them. And that one doesn't want to be found from this end. It's kind of weird how that works. Like, it's picky about the end that it's discovered on. Like, why? Must just be like a glitch in its program or something. Okay, let's go up this way. Don't need Demigod anymore. I don't think I've ever really been into too many mobile MMOs though. Like, most of the mobile online games I've played have been pretty disappointing, if I'm being completely realistic. Mabinogi Mobile will have the option to play from the desktop or your phone or tablet though, so that's going to be the difference. That's going to make it way better. And I have seen nothing but good things about Mabinogi Mobile, so I'm super excited for that. I think the only main online game that, like, mobile online game that I play is like Kart Rider Rush. Rush Plus. Like, that one's really good. I love doing some racing on the side. I actually do like racing games quite a bit. It's just I like fantasy games and combat-focused games more, so I just don't have a lot of time to do racing games. But when I do make time for them, I do enjoy them. Before the Kart Rider MMO, I did play that Kingdom Hearts phone MMO, Kingdom Hearts Union X or whatever. That phone MMO was actually pretty popular back in the day before it got taken down. I don't know if anyone remembers that. But that one was a lot of fun for a while until the very end, and the content was getting kind of stale and they were messing it all up for some reason. But it's a shame because with the right kind of updates, that game could have been around a really long time. It had a lot of really unique things going on for it. In fact, Kingdom Hearts Union X was also really good for people that enjoy fashion games too, because you get a bunch of Disney outfits, Final Fantasy outfits, and stuff like that. And you could mix and match like a bunch of different hair and outfits and like outfit pieces and stuff like that to create some really unique looks. It had a lot of potential. I think I played that for like 2 years. Oh, whoops. Is this stuff still worth the most at core? Yeah, so far. Man, it'd be real annoying if all of a sudden, right before I get there, no wait, it's worth more in Veils now. Like what? I just got here. I'm so close now. I see the bridge, it's that little gray dot right there. Kinda hard to see, but it's there. On the mini-map. If they have coral rubber at core, maybe I'll do one run to like Quilla or Veils or something. Probably Quilla. I think we'll have time for that. Oh, they're all sold out. That's too bad. I could do one more commerce round from somewhere. So I will. Let's do a round from Turco now. That'll be fun. Quickly, Capes, there's work to be done. Let's go and run these Zatara. And, these Zatara as well. And then that'll be good for commerce. I think we'll call it good after that. Alright, let's turn this in. These ones first, then these ones. Perfect. Oh, the Mabby mobile playlist just sent? Well, I guess the timing is pretty good. Alright, well, I think we'll wrap things up right around here for today. So, in about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes, we are going to play Spiral Knights. If anyone is interested in learning about that game, check that out. It's a pretty fun MMO that's a little bit different from Mabinogi, but I still find it to be a lot of fun. So we're going to be working on that game from 7:30 until like 10:30 my time. That's going to be on weekdays. I think I'll do that like Monday through Friday. Not sure if I'll do it every day of the week, but at least 3 or 4 days a week for sure. I'm just really enjoying getting back into that game for a bit. So yeah, we will be playing more Mabinogi tomorrow.